Today is Saturday, and this is Eunoia, spoken by Elswyth. Alright, here we go. It's the 20th. I want to thank Ronnie, who helped me get to 80 patrons, and also sent a polite note through Messenger, thanking me for doing what I do. And also to another follower, I won't share your name just because it came through Messenger, and it's a little private. But he had said, among other things, that the orgasm control that I provided him was therapeutic. And I actually get that. I think others who enjoy this kind of relationship and lifestyle, I think they would get it too. And then there's my dear Matt, who never fails to say at least a quick good night each evening. Or Vince, who was spurred. He was spurred on to read about King Arthur a few days ago by a Jeopardy question, and thus met the previous permissive circumstance. Kind of funny. Okay, so I love that the feedback is coming through. I'm actually quite enjoying the anonymous ones, especially the people daring to ask the daring questions. Usually it's if I've heard of this fetish or that, so I think what I'll do is maybe next week devote a bit more time to that. I'm not really interested in focusing on what I'm into or not into. Instead, it would be way more fun to have a list of what all of you are into. I think it would be enlightening, and I know some would be shocked to find out that they're not alone. Alright, so enough of the preamble. Let's go ahead, prepare yourself. Return to our usual position for this month. Seated in a chair, feet flat on the floor, with your palms resting on your thighs. Got it? Now turn your hands over so the backs of your hands rest against your thighs and your open hands, the palms, face upward. Can you feel a tingling in your hands? Take a moment. Use that imagination of yours. Imagine something cold and wet in your right hand, and something warm and heavy in your left. If you can feel these in your hands, visualize. Well done. And if you can't, I promise that after some more time with me, you will be able to. Today's word is actually a phrase, and it's reach out. Quite fitting after having a week filled with thoughts and feelings shared with me about Eunoia and the other sessions. My follower says the reason they picked that particular phrase is because I lost touch with some friends. And so in 2021, I would like to have a time to reconnect and set aside any past differences. Life is too short. Now tomorrow, we will expand upon letter writing, but for today, let's focus on this idea of reach out, of reconnecting. My first piece of advice, be selective. Don't kid yourself about why you fell out of touch. Sometimes it is for the right reason. My follower's message implies that he knows the differences are not worth the continued disconnect. And you may be in the same situation. Quite sure that reconnecting would be good for you. And hopefully good for the other. So start small. Send out some feelers. Short messages, easy ones. See how you feel about it as well. And go slow. No invites for a weekend off in the countryside or trying to start with a phone call that lasts for hours. And then, when you do start talking again, go with honesty is the best policy. Tell them you want to reconnect, rebuild. It is possible to rekindle old friendships. Sometimes, they're just lost due to life changes. And they can be picked right back up again, almost as if no time has passed. When you find your note, your hum, your vibration for this phrase for reach out, be sure to fill it with positivity, with good energy and good intentions. It can be all too easy with this phrase to skitter down that, well, I can only describe it as my least favorite Bruce Springsteen song. Do not dwell in the negativity, even if the relationship that first came to your mind is one that can't be rekindled. You can find some happiness, some positivity in what you had or what you learned or memories you get to keep, and not focus on the end. Because like I said, there are some of these friendships that they did end for a reason, and making peace with that opens you up to so much more. And it honestly does make you a better person. So find your note and don't send me messages about Bruce Springsteen songs. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. If today's Eunoia sparks something that you need to mull over with someone, go ahead and reach out to me. I can't promise the best advice ever, but I can offer a connection in a way for you to even just simply tell your story to someone else. Or maybe a way to list that thing or things or memories that you're grateful to have and why you're feeling alright now about the idea that Some relationships, some friendships can't be rekindled. Find that positive note